Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of AIC TV. I'm Edward Carr, your host, in conjunction with Dukascopy TV. And today in the studio with me, I'm really excited to have Mr. Bertrand Harsch. He is president of Harsch, the Art of Moving. Mr. Harsch, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Same here.
Yeah, welcome. So, Mr. Harsch, you've been a member of the American International Club for quite some time, huh?
Well, yes, we can say that ever since I started in the company with my father in 1973, I was interested to work more with the American community, and consequently I joined the AIC in the late 70s.
In the late 70s, wow. So you've seen a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what have you gained from being a member of the American International Club?
Well, quite a bit, I must say. In fact, I myself spent a year in my teenager, as I was a teenager, in USA as a foreign exchange student. And this allowed me to get into the American perspective, to understand, to know, to like the American people.
Great.
And consequently, when I joined my father's company, I felt very natural to join the AIC and to go regularly to the meetings, where I had the pleasure to have these tables where you sit and you have 8, 10 people at the table and you can exchange with them and talk about anything, and amongst other, also talk about moving, because evidently these people, being Americans, foreigners mostly, it comes a time at the table where they say, oh, I heard about Harsch, you moved my cousin or myself or whatever.
Yeah.
And so this was really something. And in fact, we at Harsch keep on going regularly to the AIC meetings. We enjoy them because you have a lot of interesting speakers. They're always good atmosphere, and it's quite enjoyable for us.
And what sort of volumes does your company do with the United States these days?
Well, to the USA, we are handling about 30% of our volume there, 30%.
30%, that's a major amount.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
And it compares with about the same to Asia, which is picking up incidentally.
Okay.
And the remaining being in Europe, in Switzerland, quite a bit also. And so this gives us a nice spread over the whole world.
Is that 30% mainly with multinationals based here in the Geneva and throughout Switzerland?
Exactly.
Yeah. And so,
primarily with, exactly, yeah.
employees coming and going in and out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
expats, as
Right,
we say.
right. Wow, that's great. So, so since the 1970s, I mean, it's a tremendous amount of time to be a member of the club, and it sounds like you've developed some great relationships through that organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, really.
Now, your relocation department, it's going to be celebrating its 10th year anniversary coming up.
Exactly.
You're going to have a big party, big celebration. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, but it seems interesting that you've just had that department for 10 years. What was the original thought to start a relocation division at Harsch?
Well, in fact, it was like this, that when I started in the company, the relocation was effected primarily by the expats' wives, who would this way have a job to do. Because at this time, it was difficult to get a working permit, and these persons would come here and like to do something. And in fact, they used to really do this job of relocation, finding homes, schools for the kids, etc. And as it went on, it became more and more important that this business be professionalized. There were more expats. There was a need for more quality in this type of work, and consequently, we opened Harsch 10 years ago as a result of that.
Great. And in addition to the relocation, I know you have some other divisions as well, the fine arts division, the document security and storage. Tell us a little bit about those.
Well, it's interesting to know that we did start with fine arts indeed. And as it developed, when I joined my father's company, I thought, well, in fact, why don't we go into moving? Because at this time, there was a need for this kind of service, and that's how we got to that. And then, as it went on, I explained you the reason for the relocation, and the record storage came thereafter, which is a sort of a very specific activity, which, however, requires the same type of know-how of people, vehicles, warehouse as the others. So consequently, we grew in this and also got very successful.
Great. And Harsch has always been a family-run business.
Yes, indeed. My daughter, one of my daughters, Emmanuel, is managing the relocation department, and we'll be very happy when he celebrates the 10 years in a few weeks. And then my other daughter, my younger daughter, Isabelle, who joined us 5 years ago, is on her way to take over my position, to be the CEO of Harsch, which I'm very happy and proud about. It's great to know that your family business goes on in the family, because it's not evident. It will be the third generation, and I'm sure that she will be very successful.
Fantastic. Sounds really exciting. Yeah. So how about if our members of the AIC would like to get more information about Harsch? What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Well, we have our website, Harsch, www.harsch.ch, and evidently you can contact our people on the phone. We have a lot of reliable people who will instantly answer any need and be glad to make an estimate if necessary. We go to the home of the person who's going to move, make the estimate without any engagement, of course, for the people being moved, and this way they will get the service of Harsch.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much. We really appreciate you coming by and telling us a little bit more about the family business.
Well, it's a pleasure. Thanks to you to let me here, and I do wish you all the best.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Edward Carr, your host, in conjunction with Dukascopy TV. Stay tuned in the future for more AIC TV interviews. And if you want to meet Mr. Harsch personally, come to one of our future AIC events.